Have you ever felt that the silence around you is somehow different? Not the kind of silence that comes from peace, but the kind that comes right before something begins. The stillness before the storm, or before a miracle. Maybe you can't explain it yet, but something inside you already knows. Time feels heavier, days feel more symbolic, and the people you meet seem more intentional. It's like the universe is rearranging the pieces, quietly. But here's the truth, none of that will show up out there, unless it's already vibrating within you. What you're feeling right now, it's not anxiety, it's a calling, an invisible opportunity forming in the field around you, just waiting for your frequency to align, so it can become real. And if you're watching this video today, in this exact moment, that's not a coincidence. You've entered a different cycle. A subtle portal is beginning to open. And what determines whether you step through it or not isn't time. It's your vibration. So before we dive in, take a deep breath and choose to stay. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because that tells YouTube and your own field that you're ready for more of this energy. Now let's walk together through the unseen. There comes a moment when going back to your old self is no longer an option. It's like something shifted, quietly, without warning, without noise. You can no longer force empty connections or fit into places that no longer resonate with your soul. Even if you can't explain it yet, you feel it. You're being prepared for something bigger. But what is this bigger? It's not something outside of you. It's not about having more, being more admired, or finally making it. It's an inner shift, a new state of being that completely transforms the way you exist in the world. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it collapsing the old field. It means stepping away from the conditioned version of yourself and beginning to embody a new energetic identity. This video is about that, about what's unfolding right now, both inside and around you. Why you've been feeling more sensitive, more uncertain, more disconnected from the old patterns, and most importantly, how to align your vibration with the future you actually want to live. Because no matter how much you say you want to change your life, if your energy is still vibrating with fear from the version you're trying to leave behind, nothing changes. You'll learn here that transformation doesn't require control. It requires presence. And maybe for the first time, you'll understand what it truly means to co-create a new reality without forcing anything. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, YouTube knows this is the kind of energy you want in your journey, and it helps deliver more content like this, straight to you. Now tell me, have you felt yourself drifting away from the old version of you? Drop it in the comments, because conversations like this open portals. Have you ever noticed how sometimes it feels like your life is just on pause? Not exactly stuck, but as if everything is almost moving, almost flowing, almost happening. And yet, for some invisible reason, things don't fully manifest. This happens to a lot of people. In fact, it's one of the most common stages in any transformation journey. It's the moment when life seems to freeze, because you're still trying to move forward while holding on to the vibration of your past. Pause here for a second, because this is key. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you emit. If you want a new reality but feel guilt, fear, or lack on a daily basis, that's the only message your field is transmitting. It's like trying to change the channel on your TV with the wrong remote. You may want a different program, but you keep sending the same old signal again and again. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that our electromagnetic field is like a magnet. And this magnet doesn't attract your words or your intentions. It attracts what you consistently vibrate. That's the biggest misconception in manifestation. People think that wanting is enough, but wanting without becoming is just wishful thinking. And wishful thinking doesn't collapse reality. Let me ask you this. If you wake up every day in autopilot, repeating the same thoughts, same worries, same small frustrations, same self-sabotaging habits, what kind of reality do you think you're feeding? You can write amazing goals. You can visualize your dream life. You can create vision boards. But if your body is addicted to the chemistry of fear, you're radiating the exact opposite of change. And the universe is listening. Here's the power in all of this. If you can sustain a new inner state, the field begins to shift. Let's break it down. What does it mean to change your frequency? It means choosing new thoughts and emotions, even when your current reality gives you no reason to do so. It means feeling gratitude before the miracle shows up. It means walking with lightness, even when life feels heavy. That's not delusion. That's quantum training. Because your nervous system doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's deeply felt. So when you feel true abundance, true trust, true peace, your body responds as if it's already real. Your chemistry changes. Your behavior changes. Your field changes. And then the universe begins to rearrange itself because it responds to your new vibrational identity. But here's where many fall into a subtle trap. People try this. They meditate once, write in a gratitude journal, feel better for a moment. Then they stop because nothing changed. But reality doesn't respond to the first impulse. It responds to consistency. Think of it like planting an invisible seed. You don't see the tree grow in the first hour, but it's already sprouting. And what kills the seed? Doubt, impatience, the need to control. People try to trust, but deep down, they're just waiting to panic again. And that's like canceling your order right before it's about to arrive. So the real question isn't, how will the universe give me this? It's, who do I need to become so that this becomes inevitable? Because the truth is, reality doesn't need to be forced. It just needs to be lived in advance. You've probably had déjà vu at some point. That strange feeling of reliving a moment you swore you hadn't experienced before. That's because you felt it first. You vibrated with it before it appeared. You created that timeline, and then your body just caught up. Now, let's go deeper. If your external life is a reflection of your internal state, then you don't attract what you desire, you attract what you embody. And that's deeper than it sounds. To embody a vibration isn't just about feeling good for a few minutes. It's about living aligned with it, even when nothing outside of you has changed yet. Let me give you an example. Say you want a meaningful, loving relationship. You visualize it, affirm it, even write about it every day. But inside, you still carry past heartbreaks. You flinch when someone gets too close. You quietly expect disappointment. What is the field picking up from all that? I don't trust. I'm not ready. I expect pain, and the universe responds accordingly. Now imagine the opposite. You begin to cultivate wholeness before anyone shows up. You embody peace, self-worth, and openness. You start living like the version of yourself who's already in that connection. Now you're emitting a coherent signal. You're not waiting, you're becoming. And that applies to everything: love, career, health, intuition, prosperity. Every new reality demands a new you. But heads up, the transition is rarely comfortable. When you start vibrating differently, the field will begin to reorganize your life. And sometimes that means old relationships fade. Old habits feel unbearable. Situations fall apart. But that's not punishment. It's purification. It's the old version of you resisting its own end. It's like your system detoxing from an outdated identity. And yes, it might feel like chaos. But that chaos is your liberation. So when life feels off balance, don't ask, what's going wrong? Ask, what's trying to be released? Because the pain of letting go is often the final step before real freedom. Let's pause for a quick check-in. Look at your current life, your body, your recurring thoughts, your dominant emotions. All of it is a frequency, and each frequency sends a clear message to the field. If you constantly say, "It's hard," the field echoes back, "Hard." If you think, "Nothing ever works," it reflects back more misalignment. It's like the universe is saying, "Got it. You want to stay in this loop? Here's more of the same." But the moment you start sending a new signal, even subtly, the field begins to shift, and soon you'll notice the signs. Unexpected opportunities, people showing up out of nowhere, conversations you couldn't have scripted. It's not magic, it's resonance. Joe Dispenza calls this energetic coherence. When your heart and mind are in sync, when your whole system is broadcasting a single clear frequency. Most people are fragmented. They think one thing, feel another, do something else entirely. No wonder life feels confusing. The field is getting mixed messages, but when you align what you think, feel, and do, you create flow. Quick example. Someone says they want abundance, but they avoid managing money, never study finances, and carry a mindset of lack. That person is sending mixed signals. Now flip it. Someone begins to express gratitude before receiving, treats every cent with care, shows up with trust and preparation. That person is building a vibrational field of abundance. And guess what? It shows up. But here's the challenge. You have to stay in that frequency, even when nothing changes yet, even when the world still looks the same, because that's the test. The field is asking, are you embodying this for real or just experimenting? If you're testing, it has no power. But if you've decided, if it's who you are, the gates open, because vibration is the passcode. And the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your state. So imagine what would happen if you spent just 7 full days living as the next version of you. Waking up with clarity, going to sleep in peace, walking with purpose. Your body would change, your posture, your tone, your reality. Most people never do it long enough. It takes commitment, awareness, the courage to exit the cycle of almost. But if you're still watching this, chances are you're ready. So I'll ask you straight, are you more committed to your next level or to the story you keep telling about why you haven't reached it yet? Take your time, because that answer changes everything. Now let's go beyond vibrational choice, because maybe the real question isn't what do you want to experience? It's, are you truly willing to let go of comfort, to live what's actually aligned? A lot of people say they want change, but they don't want to release control. They don't want to let go of the version of themselves that learned how to survive. And that's where most people stay stuck. Let's be honest, change hurts. Not because the new version is painful, but because it requires the old version to die. And your mind will fight that. It'll try to sabotage you, distract you, convince you that it's not the right time. But here's the truth, it will never feel like the right time. Because change begins where comfort ends. And the next level of your life requires the next level of your courage. This is where most people go back. Not because they're incapable, but because they're still more familiar with suffering than with peace. Have you noticed how some people can't relax when things are actually going well? It's like their body starts looking for something to worry about. They don't know what to do with calm. Why? Because the body gets addicted to emotional states. If you've spent years living in stress, guilt, or anxiety, those emotions become your normal. So when you start vibrating peace, love, or abundance, your system goes into withdrawal. Yes, just like with a drug, because emotionally, it is a drug. Every emotion releases a chemical cocktail. Over time, your body gets hooked on it. It forms neural pathways, unconscious habits, automatic reactions. Then, when you try to change, your own biology reacts like it's under threat. That's why you relapse. It's not weakness, it's a neurochemical addiction. And there's only one way out: repetition with presence. You have to retrain your body to feel safe in calm, to realize it no longer needs to be on guard, that it can trust without bracing for pain, that it can receive without guilt. And that doesn't happen through one video. It happens through a daily practice of feeling differently. So here's a simple but powerful exercise. For the next 3 days, every time you feel yourself reacting in anxiety, pause, breathe, and say to yourself, "This is not who I am anymore." Then choose the emotion of your future self, even if it feels unnatural, even if your body resists. That one small act is a neural rewire. It's you telling your brain, "I am the new version." And with time, it stops being effort. It becomes identity. Now let's address another crucial piece: rushing. Most people don't live, they race. They wake up late, already stressed, mind spinning with what has to be done. They live as if time is always running out. And in doing so, they lose the most sacred moment, now. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you can't fully inhabit the present, you'll never truly receive your future. Because the future isn't a point on a calendar. It's an extension of your presence right now. When you're aligned in the present, time stretches, ideas flow, solutions emerge. Aligned people cross your path. But if you live in speed, the field can't find you. You disconnect. You act out of fear. You react instead of choose. And no matter how many techniques you use, your field stays scattered. So try this. Over the next few days, slow down by just 10%. Breathe deeper. Speak with presence. Listen with intention. Feel with sincerity. And watch what changes. Now, let me challenge your thinking. Do you believe the universe is testing you or training you? Because many see obstacles as punishment. But what if they're invitations? Invitations to release old layers. Invitations to embody what you say you want. Invitations to break cycles. Nothing happens to you. Everything happens for you. But only if you choose to see it that way. Because your interpretation shifts the vibration of the experience. And the vibration shapes the outcome. Example, you hear a no. You can receive it as rejection or redirection. You lose something. You can label it failure or freedom. You face something hard. You can resist or expand. And this choice changes everything. Now, a truth most don't talk about. Not everyone will come with you into your next version, and that's okay. Some people were part of your healing. Some were part of your hurt. All served their purpose. But as your frequency rises, you'll feel certain connections fade. Not because they're bad people, but because they're vibrating differently. You don't need to explain your shift. You just need to honor it. Remember, the ones who are ready will feel your new frequency. The ones who aren't might try to pull you back. And you must choose. Stay where you're understood, or move where you understand yourself. Your new reality isn't for convincing anyone. It's for liberating you. So every time doubt shows up, remember this. Doubt is the voice of your old self trying to stay alive. But you've already outgrown it. You don't need more signs. You need more consistency. Because what you want to experience is already happening. It's just waiting for you to align. Not with effort, with surrender. Not with certainty, with quiet trust. Now, to close this part, let this sink in. The universe doesn't deliver miracles to those who wait. It delivers to those who become the miracle. You already are everything you need to be. You just need to stay in that state long enough for the world to notice. Now you know the reality you want to live isn't far away. It's just waiting for you to hold that frequency long enough. And maybe all that's missing now is your choice to stay in it without giving up halfway through. But that's a choice you make every single day, and your next step might already be right here. So when this video ends, watch the next one that appears here on the screen. Your field knows what it needs. Trust it. And keep going. See you soon. I'll be waiting for you in the next video.